Hi everybody, I'm Claire and welcome to Higher Dimensional Mind. I'm going to do some tarot readings today for the rest of February and March. What I was getting before is that February was going to be like down a plug hole kind of feeling. Something's going to disappear very fast. And March was going to be a time of celebration and people coming together in happiness and rejoicing. And I'm just doing a check that things are still as they were, so to speak. Put both 5 feet on the floor, as my guides always tell me, feet on the floor. The card to shuffle. Already we're getting a lot of news of these truckers are doing a marvellous job of basically waking people up, even if it's just with their honking. They're seeing movement, and I think a lot of people who maybe felt despair before are now feeling a hell of a lot more optimism. Okay, what did I say in the video the other day? I keep pulling the Strength card. The Strength card, okay, and we also have a really nice Nine of Emotions. We still have a long way to go with this. Something is going to happen, or is happening, that we just need to maintain our strength. And the Nine of Emotions, you know, I mean, emotions is obviously it's emotional time for everyone, right? But it's a 9, and that means ending. So it's like the ending of a hard time, a really difficult phase we've been going through. And I mean, in the picture in the card, it's a genie's lamp. I always think the genie's lamp and the genie, the analogy of the genie, or what you want to call it, is a negative thing. Because if you're going to a genie, a jinn, or anything that's going to promise you beautiful things in return for what? So we've been with the genie and our life lead under control by different entities, and I felt that has gone, completely gone. Now's a time of real positivity and ending of the way, ending of a time, an era where we have been in control. Sorry, we have not been in control. The genie has been in control, whoever you want to think the genie is, or a group of people, who they are. Now, don't take my word for it. I will read out the Nine of Emotions for you. I opened it right at page 8. It's a gift from the universe, dreams manifested, enjoying your rewards, fulfillment and satisfaction, gifts in a positive message from spirit, rainbow recognition. Now, we may have been given everything we want in terms of, well, the illusion of everything we want, but as February's coming in, we are going to get our dreams manifested. It's the fact that the Aladdin's lamp is sitting there shows gifts, okay, but I'm reading it that the genie, because the 9 is next to the genie's lamp, has gone. We're no longer requiring the genie, but we're now creating our own reality, which is going to take a lot of strength. But also, on another note, my guides are lions from the Lyran constellation. They are lion people. So, and they're carrying us. Well, they're carrying me. That's how I read that. I do believe I'm being carried along by them. They protect me. And I had an interesting lucid dream at one point concerning the lions. And it was myself, and before I had my daughter, myself and my 2 children. And we were walking, we had basically walked into a courtyard. And it was really dark. There was no light in this courtyard. And I opened the gate. It was like a walled courtyard, and I opened the gate and I'm walking in and I'm looking and I'm thinking, anybody in here? And as we started to walk in, I realised there was 2 groups of lionesses at either side, and there was a gate here and a gate the opposite side. And to me it symbolised walking through life, our journey through life at that moment. And the 2 groups of lionesses were moving ever closer. And of course, I'm very lucid in this dream, and I'm thinking, oh my god, there's lionesses here. I am inside a pack of lions. And I felt very fearful because I had my children there, and something just came over me, and as they came closer, I just put my hand out and said, "Stop, move back." And they all just started moving back. And that's when I realised that they weren't here to attack me, they were here to protect me. And they were showing me that they are with me, surrounding me, my family, on this journey. Now you could take that courtyard was earth, and they are watching me and taking care of me, and I'm nurtured by my lion family while I'm here on earth. So not to worry about anything. So are we protected by off-worlders, whoever our tribe may be, wherever we come from? Are they now at this moment stepping in and helping us? Ace of Inspiration and the Ace of Materials. So 2 ace cards. 2 ace cards is a definite yes, yes. We are being divinely protected by our off-world families right now. They're playing a really, really important role in through February, March, and possibly beyond. But I'm asking for February. So right now we really have a strong connection to our star families. Many of you will have noticed a feeling that you're not alone. There is people with you at all times. I was cut off for a couple of days there because of personal things in my life. Massive interruptions in the harmony of our family. So I've not really felt a connection with my guides myself, but that is me. That is something that has been blocked on me. Like, I think it's an element of, I wouldn't say witchcraft, but I would definitely say negative intention towards myself and my children. Individuals sending demons my way. Such a lovely thing to do to anyone. So personally for me, but I think for every one of you, you will really feel this divine connection. And it's really important that you perhaps utilise that by sitting quietly and taking a notepad and pen and asking questions. Ask questions like, is this whole charade going to end soon? And write down what you feel the answer is. Ask, am I divinely protected? And feel if you feel that you're really urged to write the word yes. And that's how you do automatic writing. Now, I wouldn't recommend automatic writing for the faint-hearted, because unless you are putting yourself in a protected state where you're only asking for good, the highest good coming to you, only those beings with your highest great interests at heart, you might end up getting negative entities talking through you. So you must be careful when you do that. But I would say definitely. And this says to me as well, so these 2 cards is materials, which obviously is our way of life, our money system, our business interactions. That's Ace Beginnings. Ace of Inspiration is how we're feeling towards the world, our creativity, what we're manifesting in our life right now. And it's new beginnings for both. So the aces give a definite yes. Also what that yes is. So it's new ideas coming to us. I don't see the emotional newness yet, but that's basically because we're all bloody tired. This has been a war that's gone on for many, many years, but the last couple of years has been obviously exhausting for even the most positive of people. I'm always a very positive person. I'm like, I'll end soon, I'll be fine, but it still tires you out, right? It's still, all you hear about is certain things on the telly. I mean, I don't watch television, but you can't help hear it on social media. All we talk about is this. And I mean, it's important that we keep ourselves positive and we pass information back and forward, and we're, thinking positively about it. Or if things are going a bit negative, step into action and do something to change the course of action back to positive again. We are the boots on the ground. We are the warrior race right now. We are the cosmic warriors. It's our job to intervene and redirect when we need to. So on that, okay. There's also an interesting thing happening right now about time. And I really want to ask this question. Have we been lied to about what year we're actually living in? Because it's been brought to my attention specifically about the timeline of the Dark Ages, that perhaps, now, don't shoot the messenger here, but perhaps we're only in the year 550 AD. I know, it could be batshit crazy, right? But just think of that for a minute. The Dark Ages, there's no information, right? No prominent people, nothing really seemed to happen, or we've got no record of things happening. That's odd. When we've got records of people BC, yet we don't have anything for that period, it does make you wonder. Now, we've been lied to hugely through our small, short life so far, okay? Now, just humour me this a second, okay? Imagine that the ones who came to overtake our planet have actually only been here for 500 years. Not long at all, right? I mean, it is a long time for us, our lifetimes, but can you imagine that they arrived, wiped out history, fabricated history, hid from us our true origins, and changed the year. Now, it's very easy to do these things, okay, because you can, in some instances, what's happened is there's been a war in a certain country, the majority of adults all died, the children were relocated through evacuation to other countries, other families, given different surnames, they no longer know their own history, and they're taught a brand new history. So when you teach the children a brand new history, things do die out. Information gets lost. It's not brought through to the next generation. They're basically learning a whole fake, fabricated history. And that's easy to do with the technology we have nowadays, brainwashing technology. So I'm just going to ask, have they been lied to about the year that we're in? Have they only been here for quite a short... flew away at me. I'm getting the Ace of Materials, which means... I mean, it has to do with work, basically, the of Materials. Too many things. Juggling too many things at once, too much information. I'm not getting a definite yes there, but it's too much information, so that being confused by the amount of information. But have we been lied to? I'm getting the Fool card. The Fool card. With the Two of Inspiration, okay, which to me would say a yes, okay, you may disagree. The Two of Inspiration is basically looking out at a future. I'll show you the card, just because the card's pictures, different packs of different pictures, and your guides will pick a card that really, the picture tells the story of what you're asking in your cards. So mine is, look at the telescope, and there's nothing to see. Right, there's no information on that card apart from a guy looking for information, and there's none to see. So, and the Fool card obviously is this, taking a leap of faith that what we've been told is true, and too much information from all different angles. And you'll know yourself if you're a truther and you've been investigating for years that you get told there's people giving information from this side. Whistleblowers from this side, and then you've got whistleblowers from that side, and then whistleblowers from another place, and they all kind of contradict each other. If one's telling the truth, the other two can't be, and it doesn't always tie in. And I think that's been a really good play done to just basically confuse the crap out of us. We don't know what's true, and I think that's by design. A lot of truth speakers are basically placed in order to speak those truths, and there's absolutely no truth in it. So we all believe different things, so therefore the truth community is always at each other. Oh no, so-and-so did this, they've got great evidence for this, and they've got great evidence for that, and and then they do things like when the skeletons were being dug up, that, oh no, that was just a competition that was run by the BBK, I'm not going to say it properly, in the UK, and that's where those pictures came from, so that's easily explainable. But how do we know, right? Now, my guides told me years and years ago, the Earth used to be small, right? Imagine this is the Earth. I know it's not really good, okay? But the Earth used to be smaller. It was a smaller ball. A smaller ball means less mass. Less mass means bigger creatures, okay? Because it's not to do with gravity, they tell me. It's to do with the electromagnetic interactions with each other and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go into that now. But anyway, the Earth used to be smaller and the creatures were bigger, okay? Earth went through its expansion, as it does every 12,000 years. It expanded. So what used to be one solid mass with lakes amongst, sorry I'm shaking my camera, it then stretched out and the land was torn apart from each other and became continents and islands, and we have now sea. And then it spread again. I think now we'll be in our fourth expansion now we're in, going into our fifth life, starting again. This is the fourth expansion, so Earth continually getting bigger and bigger. So as Earth gets bigger, the beings on it get smaller. And I was told that this next expansion would basically null and void giraffes because they're too tall, the blood can't pump that high if the Earth has a stronger gravitational pull. We all become shorter, smaller, possibly in relation to the planet, but apparently the gravity, they don't say gravity doesn't exist, they keep talking about magnetism to me. It's all to do with magnetism, electromagnetic energies and stuff. That's how my guides always explain it. So if Earth is to expand again, then the beings get smaller again. Okay? Makes sense, right? I'm presuming they're telling me the truth when I'm saying this to you. So when Earth used to be smaller and the beings were bigger, there's every chance that beings used to be very, very big. I mean, you have lots of old books that talk about the giants. But if you mention that to anyone, they think that you're back crazy, right? I'm not going to say the swear word, I swear too much. And that might be true. And it might not have been that long ago. If our timeline has been hidden from us and they're trying to cover up for natural events that have happened and so we can't follow a cyclical pattern, then they removed all that time and made us look like we were. And also the fact that they brought a lot of advanced technology with them. So if they want to make it look like a natural evolution of technology, even though after 1947 it seemed to go boom, right, and exponentially increasing its technological wildness, I'm always, when I'm channeling, I'm always short of words. I lose language. It's like every time I start, my Kundalini rises again, I start to forget how to speak. So I could be very wrong and all that, but I'm just passing on what I've been told by my guides, and it kind of makes sense to me that perhaps we've been duped and the truth will be revealing now, and suddenly we're going to find out that we're from a different era. We're not, that technology actually was given to the planet. It was destroyed in the last cataclysm, and they came, saw us at our weak points and came in and took over and lied to us about the timing they've came and how long they've been here for. I mean, not that they admit that they're from anywhere else, right? But it's something to think about, yeah? Because these cards, taking a leap of faith and too much information and too inspiration, looking out to a future, and try to see where we're going, also try to see where we've been. The guy's looking like that, like try to look out, and there's nothing, there's no information there. I'll read the card to you. It doesn't completely mean what I'm telling you, but that's how I'm going to read it. Just so you have the words, but it's a seeking new paths for yourself, moving past your comfort zone, the activation of potential, desiring new experiences, travel and adventure, home and family, a heart full of ideas and a thirst for expression, dreamy complacency. So we don't know our future, we're just seeking a new one. But I think it was, to me, in this reading particularly, it means we don't know our past. I will do one more because I don't want this to be long. Are we going to find out the truth of our origins this year? Muse of materials. Very interesting. Again, I will show you the card for the Muse of materials. Now it's a muse, which is your king basically, but these are divine feminine cards. So this is the pathway to a new world, really. We're walking the path to the new world outside of, we're on a rope bridge spanning between two ages, and at the end of the rope bridge is our new life, our new world that we're now currently, we're all walking each other to the new world. We're all walking as a collective to the new world. And again, I'll read it just for those who don't know tarot. Muse of materials. It's a really beautiful card. Muse, abundance, earth energy, life, material success, the journey of creating prosperity, being able to provide for those you love, the joy of a life well lived, grounding into the earth, gratitude, comfort, wealth, health, happiness. I mean, it doesn't say we're going to be told, right? But for me, it means we're going to reclaim our earth. We're reclaiming our earth. And I mean, I think with reclaiming the earth, we will have access to all the hidden treasures and all the hidden truths. And that would be a yes. So I went to do a follow-up card on that just to give a backup to it. So the Four of Materials. Fours aren't very... I mean, I don't particularly like the four cards, but, you know, it's because it's all about stagnation, a little bit of... Anyway, so four is savings, checking on finances, creating solid foundations, resting on your laurels, a time to step into an abundance mindset, letting go of lack, building for the future, protection, generosity, a shell full of shillings. I think what's it's saying to me is we're going to feel like we have nothing. As we're moving, we're going to feel like we have nothing, but we've got to remember not to focus on the having nothing, that we're building towards something. It's going to, I mean, when you're starting a whole new civilization, you're kind of not, you haven't got a lot, you know, you're having to rebuild the way of life that you would like to live and the way that the whole globe would like to be living together. I'm just going to split the pack, okay, just for a final message from my Lyran guides. Lions, what do you want to say to us? Split the pack. What do you want to say about this coming future we're now imminently stepping into today? Okay, so we have the Two of Voices. Very apt. The Two of Voices. You have two pathways there. One is truth and one is illusion. So be very careful which pathway you choose. There is one that's leading you to truth and a new life and all the good things that are going to happen, and one that's leading you into an illusion. And it's time to make your choice now, which way you're going. Sorry, I'm rattling boxes. Intuitively feel the path you should be on. And there's no time like now, because we have our guides very strongly with us, living amongst us right now, so to speak. Some can see them, some can't, but that doesn't mean they're not there. Use that guidance. Ask your guides for assistance and which path you should be on. And as long as you're asking for their highest goodness, highest greatness, the best thing that can be for you, for your greatest good, they can't lie. That's one thing I found in my journey. If you say the truth, whoever's talking to you, negative or positive, has to tell you the truth. So keep that in mind. Okay, guys, lovely talking to you. I hope this has been a bit positive. Okay, love you all. See you on the other side.